I'm sorry, are you addressing me? Because your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
One. Hey, this is an old boyfriend, and you're listening.
We are Coleus.
Hey. This is Joe Butt, and you're listening to Dr. Bone.
Hi, this is Andy Roman from Elm Treason. And this is Bobby Steele from Elm Treason.
And you are listening to the great Doc.
Hey, y'all, this is Michael Daughtry.
One.
Hey, this is Julie Gibb. You are listening to Dr. Bones and Matt Anderson's on New Music Saturday.
Okay, well, it's on the Matt Andersons, and I grabbed the wrong promo, so I do apologize for that. Wrong one, but it's all good. So, guys, we got another killer show here, and Mike, as always, you've brought us a lot of new music, so you're going to cue the first, I think, at least 3 or 4 songs up here.
Fantastic, I can't wait.
So, the first one up we're going to get to is a band called Airdrop.
Brilliant, excellent, good stuff. Alright, so Airdrop are one of the bands, so I've been a bit cheeky this week, and you'll know this, and people will notice the theme, so I'll just point it out and put it out there. We're playing a gig next Friday, we're playing with 3 other amazing bands, and so I've put them all on the show, and Airdrop are one of those bands. They call themselves Rock and Roll with Groove, and I think that's a pretty good summary, so have a listen to Airdrop and see what you think.
Right on, here we go with Airdrop and a song called Victoria. Dig this.
You know
Airdrop with Victoria. You know, that was a cool tune. That was kind of really poppy, like really kind of reminiscent of the late 60s and early 70s, and very catchy tune. Like really enjoyed the breakdown, especially, man. Great tune.
It's absolutely banging tune, isn't it? It's one of those. As soon as I heard that band, I was like, okay, that's cool. They're a really cool band. And I think basically, so Airdrop are based in London, which is about 45-50 miles north of Brighton, where I'm from. They're the kind of they're doing a gig swap actually with Veni Vidi Vici, who are one of the other bands playing. So this Friday coming, they're playing Brighton, and Veni Vidi Vici and us and the other Chuck S.J. Hay, the other girl playing, are all from Brighton. And then the week after, Veni Vidi Vici are going up to London to play with Airdrop and a couple of other bands as well. So doing this kind of gig swap thing. We were asked to get involved and kind of help run the night and stuff, just because we're a bit more sort of an established Brighton band. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing them live. I've said loads of times on the show and elsewhere that one of the best things about being in a band is you get to see other great bands live. They're going to be absolutely stunning, and that's a great track.
Yeah, they were actually pretty cool. I mean, it's hard not to sit down on that one. I mean, I could totally see if that's an opening song for those guys. I mean, it's going to be a ripper. So, I mean, I was totally into that song. It had a lot of fun. It did have a little bit of a throwback feel, but I thought it was like totally cool. I mean, it was definitely jamming. It was a pumping tune. I was into that. That was cool stuff.
Right on. Well, next up is another submission by Mike. This is Chuck S.J. Hay. So, go for it.
Cool. Well, Chuck S.J. Hay, who I just mentioned, she's our opening act for the night. It's just her and a guitar. This girl has an absolutely stunning voice, but also just an amazing mastery of the fretboard on the guitar. She just totally owns the guitar and makes it sound like there's, the 20-piece orchestra playing with her, and it's just her. Really, really incredible stuff. And again, I hope you enjoy the track.
Right on. So here we go with Chuck S.J. Hay, and this is called Fair Trade. Dig this.
So news got in that the economy's growing tight, and I'm not gonna lie, but my wallet's already feeling light. My girl's gonna be home any minute now. I wish I could just say, hey, do you fancy takeout tonight? It's days like these when the sun creaks through the cracks in the curtains, and I'm singing about something controversial like money. But I wonder if I could be a 9-to-5 darling, and if I could, would there be a place for a girl like me? The only thing I know how to do, the only thing I've ever done, is gone up and down on my guitar. Oh, I could have gone to uni, but I thought it would take up too much time. It could be better spent just going up and down on my guitar. Time for money ain't a fair trade, no. Time for money ain't a fair trade, and I'll take that to the grave. Time for money ain't a fair trade, no. Time for money ain't a fair trade, and I'll take that to the grave. These blokes that are drowning in all their money, and they say, yeah, I got all this money, but I'm short of the time to spend it anyhow. yet society deems them winners. I thought winning was spending every day just as you like, doing what you wish with your own life. I'll be happy if at the end of this precious life I can look back and say that I spent every day just right. Maybe someday someone will hear the way I play, and I won't even have to make the trade. Time for money ain't a fair trade, no, no. Time for money ain't a fair trade, and I'll take that to the grave. Time for money ain't a fair trade, no, no. Time for money ain't a fair trade, and I'll take that to the grave. Time for money ain't a fair trade, no, no. Time for money ain't a fair trade, and I'll take that to the grave.
Chuck S.J. Hay with Fair Trade. Now that was different. I like the acoustic too. I mean that was a good touch. And you know what? This is might be kind of an obscure reference, but she kind of reminded me of Ani DeFranco.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, Chuck's absolutely amazing. The thing about this gig is that every band there could be a headline band. So, Chuck S.J. Hay's been on the Brighton scene for many years. I don't know how many years now, but quite a long time. And she's promoted gigs, she's run gigs, which I think is really important. I think bands should always put on at least one show just so they know what goes into it, because it's hard. But she's done that. She's been a big supporter of the unsigned scene in Brighton. She's toured Europe, she's done festivals, she's done all sorts of things. At the moment, she's in the middle of writing a song a day for a year.
Oh wow!
Which I think she started last June, so she must be in the kind of second half of that now. And she does so many interesting things. Like, this was a single that she put out a couple of months ago, and it's a great tune. I love the finger tapping and the harmonics and the picking and just everything about the guitar playing. I absolutely, as a guitarist, I'm blown away by. But she does some really cool stuff. The last EP she put out, I think, had no vocals on it, and it was just this journey of music that was phenomenal. It was all a bit different. Even had some industrial undertones actually, which you guys will both like as well. She's done loads of cool stuff, and she really gets the crowd going. So to open that gig, it's going to be phenomenal for all of us. So I'm really excited about seeing her. Again, I think she's brilliant.
Well, she's definitely one of those bands. Well, I shouldn't say bands, but she's definitely one of those artists that when I listen to somebody do as well as her, I kind of go into the whole, I need to go back and practice for about 3 weeks straight and only come out to eat and use the restroom, because there was so much amazing stuff in there. I mean, it's one of those artists that, like, I could just visualize all the different techniques that she used in that particular song. And like you said, Mike, a couple minutes ago, I mean, it was just incredible, the stuff that she was doing and keeping it together. I would absolutely love to see that song live, because it's got to be amazing. Like, I would probably have to just lift my jaw right off the floor after it was all done, because I mean, it was an amazing song. It's really, really cool. So I was totally into that, and you're right. I did get a little bit of the Ani DeFranco thing that Bonesy was saying. So I kind of got the same vibe a little bit too. But I think it was amazing. Good stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the good storyline to it too, right? I mean, especially when you're doing acoustic, that's you have to have a bit of a storyline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she calls herself a folk punk protest writer, which I think is really accurate. And the lyrical content of the songs is brilliant, and they always tell a good story and set the scene and kind of put you in the place, and it's all really down to earth. And I think that